free to eat and drink. Otherwise, I have to put all that stuff away. Okay. All right. With our October team. So if you're on the Hangout, hi, and live, we have Wilma and Stephen to you guys. You can speak, Steve. So tonight, normally we would do a cooking segment, but in the busiest time of the year, we are going to focus a lot on training because we are about to release our Christmas specials next week. You have all either registered in person to attend the sales meeting, or you have registered for Thursday following sales meeting. Because a big one, we were just all having a chat about that before, and we're all going. So hopefully you guys are watching the webinar because it's going to be huge, and you will all need the tool to participate from now to the end of the year. Because if you want to have a business, it's going to have any kind of business that you want. So whether you want to be busy, not, it's all about your busy. We're going to get on with our team meeting. So you're all going to get the dates in your diary. You're going to get an agenda, so I'm not going to go through it, but lots and lots and lots of stuff to do. There's an upcoming event that you need to put in your diary. It's David. David's decided to get on the Hangout bandwagon. I think he's a bit jealous of our team meetings. So there's Cooking with David, and it's going to be a live event. So in your diaries, you need to save the date. It's the 21st of October at 1 o'clock. And is that a Wednesday, guys?
It's a Wednesday.
Now, David's going to be cooking some of his family favourite meals. I think it's either going to be from his house or from Toolbox. It's probably going to be from Toolbox so that he can be arrested by the rest of the team. O'clock on the 21st. So
will it be recorded?
I believe so. They record everything. And don't forget his Facebook page, which I know some of you participate in. You're all registered on that. So, and anybody that you team build into that. So make sure that you contribute to this, brag, let us know how you're doing. If you have a good party, put it up there. Team page. So it is a secret page. It's only for very exclusive people that are in our team. After team meeting, this is where I post the team agenda, as well as anything from head office and our team challenges. The workbook went up there today, as you've seen. You'll have also seen the big Christmas that goes from the 16th to the 18th of October. And important. It's also really important, you will have seen in Focus that came out last week, you need to register. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go back through your emails, find the info Focus that went up and register your bash parties. If you don't do your bash parties, the hosts and you will not get the rewards that are linked to the bash party. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, ask your upline or speak to me and I will remind you where to go, where to find that. But this weekend is the rollout of our Christmas campaign. The people that book a bash party with you will be the first people to see our Christmas range, to see whatever these new products are that they keep to me about that they won't tell me yet. And this is the opportunity for hosts and guests. All of our hosts will get an extra host gifts, plural. So host gifts. There will be a guest prize draw. 8 purchasing guests in attendance. Use the order forms into something and draw one, and that guest will get something really cool. Again, new products and huge specials. So this is what you people now in order to make bash parties are successful. So send out texts, send out emails, send a carrier pigeon, do whatever you need to do to make sure that you have really good attendance at those parties. And above all, you need to be making sure that you tell the hosts, this is what I've done, and I've done it with every bash that we've ever done, that the parties will be processed within 24 hours of the party being held. So that the host tells all the guests that, so when you get there, you don't get a guest saying, can you hold the party dates? You can't do that because the bash parties need to be closed. Okay, that way you need to make sure that it's all done and tight. All right, so you need to make sure it's all how you expect the payment to be done, and then it's all done deal and everybody's happy. All right. I want to talk to you a bit about booking in close, because that's an expectation, and then that will follow from now all the way through to the end of the year. Because if you are booking out far now, you are never going to hold enough parties. But if you book from now until December, you're going to end up with 3. Okay, so if you can start creating the habit of booking in close now, you have the opportunity to hold as many parties as you want. You don't have to hold 9 parties a week. You can hold 1 party a week if you like, but if you book from now into 2 months away, you're not going to be able to hold 1 party a week. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. So booking in close is the most important business decision you make parties, over and above anything else. This ensures that your host receives the gifts that he or she fastest possible time, and they're not waiting months and months for their Chef's Club dollars. So remember that our 2 gifts. 1 gift that arrives with their order, which is their $75 gift. There's another gift that arrives when their 2 party bookings are held, and that's their money. Okay?
That's the best.
And that's the best gift. So if you've got a host that's waiting a very long time for their second party booking to be held, it can be quite annoying. Okay, so you want to make sure that that host doesn't have to wait for a very long time, because if they've written a wish list, they want that stuff. All right, and the second reason is parties are less likely if you book them in close. People know what they're doing in a short period of time. Think about yourself. Do you know what you're doing at the end of November? Okay, lots of people don't. People are busy, so a sense of urgency to hold their party should be really important to you. They'll be less likely to rearrange if you book in 7 to 10 days. Think about when you joined. When you joined, how close was your launch party booked in? Was it booked in for a week, or was it booked in within a week? Don't know what they're doing within 3 or 4 weeks, and people these days are busy and can always find something else to do with their time, and therefore it's really important to book the period of time. This will keep both them and their friends excited. Booking out novelty wears off and the fun wears off, and that's why people rearrange or cancel. And the other thing is send out party invitations, however they send them out, whether it's real or whether they get on the phone or whether they put up a Facebook invite or whether they send out an email, invitations within a week of their party. Whether you invite them, whether they've booked their party in, or whether you've booked their party for 2 months down the track, they still wait a week before their party to send out their invitations, don't they? Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter when you book their party for, they want their party to send out their invitations anyway.
But what I find they do, if you book a long way out, they'll go home and they'll set up a Facebook for this party that's 3 months away and invite everybody and forget all about it.
Yes.
And everybody else has forgotten about it. If you did it a week before, it would work. But 2 months forget, so they go, yes, I'll go.
Yes.
And then book event.
Mm-hmm. If you make booking in close, and we call that BIC, B-I-C, BIC, make it the norm, 7 to 10 days. Once you book in close from one party, new hosts and the people at that party automatically know that this is expected, and the other host will follow suit. So once one host see that the party is successful, they will follow suit and do the same thing. So people are a bit like sheep. And so, yeah, so they go, well, it worked when Steve at Stephen's house and he's got 10 people here. And he only booked from Wilma's party a week ago and this is working, so I'll do that too. Follow suit. The third reason for you to book in close is that you'll have a consistent income. And you will have a consistent business, and that's really the reason for me. I want to get paid every Friday. And if I don't party every week, I'm not going to get paid. This is a business where we decide when we get paid. So I need to decide that I need to be paid every week, so therefore I need to work every week. And if I don't work, I don't get paid. It's pretty rarely, it's really quite, obvious. This time of year, we need more money for holidays and Christmas, so we need to book in close to make the most of every party. Every party's not going to be a $1,200 party. You get $500 parties. So you may need to make sure that you have insurance parties in there, just in case you have a bit of an interesting party. If you book out too far, especially now, you're going to realise that you're going to be booking into January, and those parties are never, ever going to hold. If you start booking out that far, January is the other side of the world. It's never, ever going to hold. Okay, so you've got a workbook in front of you, and it looks like this. And so this is underneath. So this is called Fast and Right. It's a business building success consultant guide.
Very flash, Karen.
Oh, thanks. I thought I might like that. So this is just something that I put together that covers a bit of everything. Booking, and a bit of time management as well. Okay, so this is, and there's going to be a lot that we might skip over because there's a lot of stuff in here, but it's okay. That's why you've got to work to do later.
Take home.
That's correct. Okay, so this is about how to build your personal goal and your personal program for everyone. Okay, how booking and team building is exactly the same. Okay, it's just two different words, and how to increase your income, because probably we'd all like to work out a way to get more money in our bank account every week. Maybe we wouldn't. A strong personal party program is a vital part of being a consistent consultant. It produces bookings to fill your diary, booking leads, training for your future consultants, and a regular weekly income. It's really a no-brainer. Okay, so let's have a look at your booking strengths and areas of opportunity. The following: I am a brilliant booker. Okay, so this is a bit of a self. So if you have a look at these, all I want you to do is go through here and tick yes or no in the boxes. And this you do with yourself. You don't have to share this with anybody. Don't worry about the priority box. So there's 24 questions here. Just go through here, and if you're really new, some haven't even done yet. So don't worry about it. Just put your hat on and think, all right, so I have a real desire to book toolbox parties. Yes or no? Just tick. I speak to 3 people a day to build. Now, if you haven't even done anything yet, look blank. Okay, it doesn't matter. I have the look of success. Now, what do you think that means?
You look professional.
Correct. You think you look like you...
You're not walking into a party in boots and
That's correct.
pair of flannels.
That's right, yeah. I believe I have a lot to offer hosts. That kind of means, do you believe in... I communicate that hosting a party is fun. I carry a booking attitude with me always. I always book with a smile, enthusiasm, and confidence. I never prejudge and ask everyone to book a party.
I've got a story about that.
Oh, right. We always have many stories about that. That comes with the little old lady at a party that you think, well, you don't ask her, and she comes up to you at the end, hands her catalogue to you and says, Karen, I'm just asking you this question. I don't want to buy anything today, but how come you asked everybody here? Why didn't you ask me? And I nearly fell open up. And she said, because I would actually really like to have a party. Is that okay? Can I have one? And I nearly died. Never prejudge anyone, even if they're 100 million years old.
I was at a party last week with a brand new, brought her along. It was a training party. So I'm chatting up. Okay, this lady already has party booking with me, so she won't want to book. This is the previous host, so she won't want to book. So we need to talk to the other people. We talked to the other people, and then at the end, the previous host said, but I'd like to book a party.
Huh. Yeah.
I had brand new, I said, that just goes to show, do not prejudge. I said, because she was the previous host, she wouldn't want to book. And she put her hand up on one of them. And I've been doing this for a long time, and I still do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So then you go to, I include booking bids during the party. I create host rewards by demonstrating our products, what somebody will book a party to get. I book at least 2 parties from every party. I am comfortable with sections. I book in close days. I have catalogues and host packs with me wherever I go. And sometimes I get you. I outside book away from parties. You don't have to be at a party to book a party. I talk about my business away from parties on a regular basis. I ask the host at least 3 questions about the invited guests. I personally greet guests before the party begins to find out more about them. I hold booking focus regularly. You set aside time in your diary to book parties in your diary when you're sitting at home. To the needs of my guests, I update my touch. I tailor the booking bids to the needs. I ask every guest at every party. How many times do I not do that?
Mm-hmm.
I know how to hold every week. Okay, so then we're going to go through your booking assessment, and where you've answered no to a particular question, to rank the priority and importance of each no response as follows. So, priority considered absolutely vital to the survival of your. So, put a number 1 in the priority box. Was a no for the following questions. So, I'm going to read out the questions, and you put a number 1 next to questions 9, 10, 11, 13, 15, 18, 19, 21, bless you, 23. Priority 2. These are considered vital to your business. Place the number 2 in the priority if your response was a no for questions 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 16, and 17. And priority 3. These are considered valuable to the growth of your business. place the number 3 in the box. If your response was a no for questions 1, 6, 12, 20, 22, and 24. Yeah. Okay, so then you've got yes. Then you've got action plans on the next page. So the only one that I want you to do is priority 1, and then later on as your fun thing to do, you can focus on priority 2, 3. But you see that there's a sample there. There's question 11. The parties where I don't book 2, I'll get on the phone the very next day and outside book until I've doubled my bookings, making it a double booking week. If you choose 1, just choose 1 of your plans, okay, and share what you would like to do to change it as an action plan. And usually action plans need a change. Stephen might need some help in that.
You stuck?
With a lot of them, like this one.
So
that doesn't matter. You haven't done a party yet.
You can always to put a note in your diary to
do that later.
In about a month's time.
Yeah, so don't worry about it yet. You haven't done a party yet.
So this is just a tool. So for example here, you can see what I've done. I'm ashamed to say, after doing it for years and years, I've got a couple of number 1s here.
Oh, 17 years and I've got
so you're
ones.
never perfect. This is about, it's about being honest with yourself.
Yeah. Because
nobody else needs to see. So I've picked this one down here because I don't ask every guest.
That's my biggest downfall.
Because I still prejudge people. You know, I did it in front of a brand new consultant the other day. So my action plan is to make sure 5 parties in this weekend is to make sure I ask every guest at every I do this weekend. But I want to try and do that. I want to make this night.
That's good.
To ask every party because I don't.
Yeah, that's good.
Do make and October. If that lady hadn't put her hand up the other day, that host would not have had a booking. So I've actually done the host by prejudging because they would not have had a booking if she didn't put her hand up and say, I'd like to make a booking. She wouldn't have got a product. That would have been my fault. So I didn't ask everybody.
Yeah. And you can see on page and 6, it actually gives you some hints about all of those numbers in there. So, you know, where it says I never prejudge and ask everyone to book a party, it says never prejudge. If you don't ask someone, and that person will go, that person that you didn't ask will go to another party, any kind of, there are a bazillion party plans out there, and that lady will walk into another party plan and she'll be in her head that she wants to have a party. Not necessarily, but she's got it in her head that she wants to have a party. The next consultant will say to her, oh, Wilma, you should have a party because this host is going to get a blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'd love to have a party because she's already got it in her head that she wants to have a party. Didn't matter what kind of party, a party, and the next consultant didn't prejudge and asked her. So if you don't ask, somebody else will. And that is exactly the same as team building. So you can see all of these are exactly the same. They just give you all kinds of little tips all the way through, so we can just skip over lots of these exactly the same. And if you go down to number 23, it says yes at every party to book. That's one of my biggest downfalls, every yes at every party. I do not, I have not ever done that. And it says the person you don't ask for a party could be the person who wanted to say yes. Not asking means 100% no, 50% chance of them saying yes. If you ask every person, the worst that they can say is no. But you've got a 50% chance of them saying yes. Okay. So that just gives you some hints and tips and all of that kind of stuff. And then
something to add into there too, Karen, it also means outside orders.
Correct. Yes.
An outside order.
Yeah.
I maybe have to ring them, thank them for their order, double check their order, say this is how much I'm going to do in credit card.
Yeah.
By the way, would you like to have a party? But have a chat to them and.
Correct. Yes.
So guest doesn't have to be at the party.
That's exactly right. And then you'll see if you go to, we've got the same kind of self-assessment. Okay, so if you flip to page 10, the word choices on this self-assessment are exactly the same as booking, but it's about team. Team building is very similar to booking. Okay, it's just a word choice, but it's about, you know, have you offered the same opportunity that is offered? All right, so if you go through this is very similar to what we've just done with booking, but if you read the word choices, it's exactly the same. That offering somebody the same opportunity that was offered to you. Now, don't worry if you're new and you look at some of these things and you go, you know, I haven't even done a party yet. What am I doing? Coffee and chat. I have no idea what that even is. Don't worry. That's what you have. Okay, so while you're new, and even if you're not new and you're busy, that's what you outline. Okay, so don't worry. But, you know, simple things like, you know, I have a desire to team build and I say a toolbox opportunity and I have the look of success, I have a great opportunity to offer people, that's still the same as booking, right? It's exactly the same. And you were not offended when somebody offered you the opportunity. So why do you think it's offensive to offer somebody else the opportunity? You're offering somebody the opportunity to make money that you're going to get paid when they join your team. There you go.
What's really important for this one, Karen, for people who are very new to Toolbox,
yes,
if they've met somebody that they had Toolbox,
yes,
is give the details to their upline to chat to them.
That's correct.
We don't expect brand new people to go out there and chat and sign people up if they don't feel comfortable doing it.
That's correct.
That's why they have an upline phone number.
That's correct. And I think that there is a question in there that says,
I just got to that.
I hand in leads to my upline if I'm not comfortable to contact them myself.
That's right.
It's not your own upline.
Oh, but I have me already.
Yes, that's right. You don't have to go and do coffees and chats. That's paid because Janelle's in your team. So you used to be paid for Janelle, but we can do the work for you. That's her job. Okay. So you can do that self-assessment and then you can do, you know, when you have through the priority boxes and do that. And write yourself an action plan, because you can see question 2 says, I will speak to people at my parties every week. I see interviews at my parties, not when you're new, but when you're a bit more established. And you can write yourself an action plan and see how you go, because writing it down will make it happen. I want you to write that so you can see that booking building is actually the same.
which I've never really looked at it that way, but they are actually.
Exactly the same. And then when you go through and you read the questions, you read these questions, you'll see that these are the same as it just gives you some good opportunities to these into your action plans. Okay.
It'd be good to do these again in a month's time.
Correct.
And see if they've changed from what you.
And if you look at number 17 on page 16, it says, I hand in leads to my upline if I'm not comfortable to contact them myself. And as a new person, you need to know it's important to contact what we call hot leads within 24 hours and warm leads within 40 hours. And again, if you don't, somebody else will. It's the same. It's all the same. It's not rocket science to sign out. And number particularly good, and if you look on page 17, it says, I listen carefully to the needs of my hosts and guests, and this applies to and team building. It says, listen to your guests as they're talking with their friends, because you'll often hear people that say, my credit card is over the limit. I can't show my mobile phone bill to my partner. We're in the middle of renovations. People say that all the time. That leads to you need to book a party so you can get your stuff cheaper or for free, or you need to join my team so that you can make some money. It's the same whether you're trying to book them in your diary for a party or whether you're trying to get them in your team. It's exactly the same. It just happens to be in the team building section of your workbook. Make sense? Yeah.
Actually, some of the best people to talk to at parties are the people who do order.
Yes.
Or who order a cup.
Yes.
Because they feel they should buy something, but that's all they can afford.
Mm-hmm.
They're much more like they book a party because they can't afford to buy the pressure cooker.
That's correct.
Or to join because they need more money in their lives
Yeah.
than the people who spend $300 afford a pressure cooker kit.
And
today.
you'll often see people who look at the picture of the kit in the book and say, how much for that? And because they want all of those things and they want it cheaper. And you can say to them, well, you know, that's what you get when, and then they'll say, what do I have to do to join because I want all of that stuff. So, okay, so let's have a chat about time management. Time management is on page 19 of your workbook. Is time management, and I've always found time management to be a really weird word because you can't actually manage time. Time is time. You can't actually manage it. It's about effectively managing your business within a given. The first requirement of time is to manage you. You have to manage yourself. Too often we procrastinate, and the basic reason of an action is usually fear. In this business, you do the things that earn you money and delegate anything else. All right? So
your sister stamps her books for her.
Yeah, because her stamping her books doesn't earn her any money. She can be going off doing other stuff, and the other stuff pays her more than to stamp her books does. Right. So if you use a to-do list, this is going to help you with your time management. As a suggestion, do the things that you fear first, and that way you're not using valuable energy thinking and worrying about doing them any longer than what you need to. Once you've completed that, you will have renewed confidence and there's less chance of other important things being overlooked. Keep on top of your to-do list and enjoy you and your family and everybody else. And if you work with multiples, that's working smarter and not harder. And do your work at your work. Use your parties like an office. That's where you train new team members. That's why we take people on parties with us. And that's where you can look for new. So often, and Wilma did this the other day at Janelle's launch party. So Wilma, a paperwork of hers, her party paperwork, and at Janelle's party, at Janelle's launch party, and showed Janelle how to punch in a party, which was her party paper at Janelle's launch party. So she was doing two things at once. So she was training Janelle how to punch in an order. You'll see that anyway, but it was Wilma's work. So she was doing her work at her work. Makes sense? So that's called a multiple. That's multitasking. She had to do it anyway. She might as well show somebody else. Okay. All right. So working in multiples is a great time saver. Getting together in groups like this saves you lots of time. Much easier, and that's why we do hangouts, because our team is everywhere. So Pam, my Pam, is on her van. She can participate in team meeting wherever you are, Pam. Hi, Pam. She can still do this and do this and be on holidays. Our team on the Central Coast, so they're all up there. But we're all still together in a group. It's much easier for me to train all like this, all at once, than me being on the phone to Wilma and doing this now. Wilma then being on the phone to you and doing this now, and then me being on the phone to everybody, and that will take hours and hours and hours. So work in a group, it's much easier. Same as training. So, you know, getting all together and showing 2 or 3 people how to punch in their launch parties all at once. Team meetings, and that's why we have sales meetings once a month. You can release everything all at once. Okay? It's much easier to do it. Having a balance between family will help you motivated and energized and not end up with a headache. Make different time slots in your diary using different coloured highlighters. We love highlighters. I love highlighters. Highlighters are your friend. So use different highlighters for different things. I love a paper diary. I don't know how people work out just a phone. You do paper? Yep. We can be friends.
Stephen's one of us.
Oh, yeah.
Stephen's a bit blue.
Good.
Different coloured pens, everything.
Everybody that put everything in their phone. I don't understand that. I work out that. Yeah, we love Officeworks. Yay. So make sure you put everything in there. Your whole life goes in there. It's just easier. One of the great things about being a consultant is we have the flexibility to work your own hours. That's anything. So you have to make sure that you delegate and stick to. There are many activities that we have to fit into our schedule every day, and not all the activities contribute to building income. So again, delegation. Anything that doesn't require your specific, is not earning you money, can be delegated to somebody else.
I understand.
Correct. To devote more time to items, which are the items that will grow your business, you must reduce the amount of time you spend on the areas of your life that don't grow your business. Don't get not wrong. For every low payoff activity you cross off your list, you can devote that equal amount of time to a high payoff activity and grow your business. So of course, business before you can do that. You can't just go and pay somebody to stamp all your catalogues if you're not making any money first, right? So again, the very thing that I said right at the start, booking close. Because if you've got a diary with parties in it, you're making money and you're getting paid. If you're getting paid every week, you can delegate some of the low paying off activities to other people. One of the first things that I rewarded myself with when I spent money was I paid a cleaner. I hate cleaning my house. I hate it, but also I hate it. And so me cleaning my house was an absolute do my head in thing, and so that I had made a regular income so that I could afford cleaners to come in here on a regular basis. I don't have to spend all day cleaning my house. To do that, I had to make sure that I earned an X amount of dollars every week to pay them. So that was a low payoff activity for them.
But it's exactly the same as people working in any, you will have, you know, some people go to work and have their kids in care.
That's correct.
It's exactly the same thing as if you have somebody come around and mow your lawn,
Yeah.
or clean your hair for your kids, or
That's right.
whatever.
Yeah.
You're using that time while they're doing something for you.
Yeah. And we're really fortunate in Toolbox. We don't have to do deliveries. We orders. Yes, we don't have to do any of that. So you don't have to delegate any of that stuff because Toolbox do all that. So we don't have to run around and do all that. Every time you leave the house, you make money. Once upon a time in lots of other party plans, when you left the house, did you leave the house to make money? Because it was leaving the house to do a delivery or leaving the house to pack boxes, and we don't have to do any of that. So in your head, every time you leave the house, related stuff, it's to make money. That's a good thing. All right, so you can.
You've seen the whole delivery thing, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see it all the time.
Yeah.
And
So,
the boxes arriving.
yeah.
I got the paper box since today for free. So when I got home.
Yeah. So
we don't get it.
we don't have to do any of that. So you can achieve a balance by delegating to anybody. You might be able to delegate stuff back to you.
No, I just told him to recruit his sister. But
Oh,
I told your mother.
there you
She's
go.
not shooting me first.
So you can all sorts of stuff. You know, I've got a whole list of stuff on here. But as you develop your business, profit from one party can enable you to have somebody else do different things. Just depends on what's important to you.
Sometimes that somebody else can actually be you, if that makes sense. If you don't create things too, for example, if you're just sitting there watching a movie,
Yeah.
that can be a great time to just be sitting there standing.
Yeah.
So it's not taking any of your,
No, that's
your
correct.
personal time,
Yeah.
but you're still getting your personal time. You're just waiting to stamp on a catalogue every day.
That's correct. So you need to set aside personal time for you. To get to watch a movie is to do the ironing. Because if I sat down to watch a movie, I'm asleep. So I have to, when I go, right, well, this is my ironing, this is my movie time, so that's when I do the ironing. So I don't actually delegate my ironing to anybody else because then I'm
You can't do it properly.
That's right. All right, so that's going to free you up to be, if you can delegate stuff, that other stuff. No, there are things that nobody else can do for you. Nobody else can be on the phone and book a party for you. Only you can do that. But there are things that other people can do. People can pack post-show bags for you. People can stamp for you. People can do all sorts of other things for you, but nobody can be on the phone and thank a customer or book a party for you. And nobody's allowed to write in your diary. I'm not allowed to do that. Okay, so that makes sense? Okay. And then a weekly planner, because I'm a big writer. So a planner for me is a person, and I've always had a planner for me and a planner for the fridge, so that my family know what I'm doing. There's a weekly planner and also a monthly planner, so that you've got everything at a glance as well. So everything goes in my diary. It's good to have one for the week and one for the month as well. So that's just what I wanted to go through in your workbook for you. So then we'll just go agenda. Do we have any questions about your workbook? Nobody on the Hangouts got any questions? No? Okay. All right, so your $25 host offer goes through until the 15th of October. So we still have some time for that to continue.
It includes the 15th of October. doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Up to and including the 15th of October. Hosts can still choose any product except for a bundle up to and including the 15th of October, $5 when their party is $500 and one booking. And of course, there's still time for people to book in to get that. As today's only the 6th.
And parties need to be in the system by?
You tell me. You know?
30th of November.
October.
Sorry, the 30th of October.
Yes, so they need to be booked by the 15th, process stock on the 30th of October. Yes. So, and please don't leave it
To the 30th of October.
and don't leave it till 5 o'clock. The system always slows down on the last, always. And Karnak will get in there and will crash your computer.
Who's Karnak?
So I've never heard of Karnak.
No.
It's like the gods.
Okay.
And crash your computer.
Yeah.
So please don't leave it until the last day of the month to process your orders. I tell us that I'm going home to process their party. Right? All of my parties are processed within 24 out of the 48 hours, so that I have very minimal issues. I don't like rubber credit cards. And that way I have no headaches, everything goes through, and I get paid. Have you noticed that I like to be paid every week? I like to know when I'm going to be paid and how much. So just make sure that everything flows. And people like to know when money is coming out. They don't like it if 3 days later the money's still sitting in there.
They spend it.
They spend. All right, now you lot, especially now, we're going to be ramping up talking about Celebration. So if you're new and you haven't heard about Celebration yet, Celebration is a once a year conference, and it's on the Gold Coast next year from the 9th to February, and you can still register for Celebration. It's $50 to register. Anybody who has May will get a pack of family meals spices. Is that how I'm saying it? Family meal spice pack, yes. For David, valued at $50. So basically registration, you do that. And then the other needs to be paid by the end of November. Okay? And there's lots of places to stay on the Gold Coast, but it is, I can't describe to you what Celebration is. The Toolbox Logie Awards.
Better.
But better.
Way better than the Logie Awards.
Way better than the Logie Awards.
Sorry?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So,
So
fancy dress? Oh, we do have a fancy dress
it's a
night.
fancy dress night. It's 3 days. It's training. There's fancy dress night and a gala awards night. Lots of training and motivation and full on, and you get to meet lots of consultants, mix and mingle with everybody from Australia and New Zealand. A good 3 days. So I really encourage you, if you don't know about it, if you haven't heard of it, get onto Toolbox. Memories from last year. There's a video up there and everything.
Actually, none of us.
And I think there is actually. Criminals last year, dressed up in convict uniforms.
You have to go with something starting with C.
Yeah, so we went as convicts.
Convicts.
We have a Sari Hawkins. I have, apparently she's amazing. And there's a video clip of her on the tour. So go and have a look. It's pretty huge. All right. Team Building $112 joining offer continues until the 15th of October with a bonus. So don't forget that anybody that you team build from the 3rd to the 15th will get a Christmas new products pack valued at over $200. Please don't. I would love to know, but they tell me nothing because I have a very large one of these, and I would tell everybody everything, but I don't know. So don't ask me. All the terms and conditions are in your agenda. Do very good cut paste. It's in there. Okay, so there are 11 weeks until Christmas. I know, but I'm really good at stats. If you did one party a week at an $800 party average between now and Christmas, that's $160 profit clear in your pocket. Okay, that's after your expenses. 160 bucks clear in your profit. And if you save the $100, $700 to put towards Christmas. If you only put the $60 and did something else with the each week, you would still have $660 for Christmas. And that's just from one party a week. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if you stood up at your next party. Then when's your next party?
This Friday.
Friday. Imagine if you stood up at your next party and said, who could do with $1,100 between now and Christmas? I reckon you'd get somebody to put up their hand. Because $1,100 in their pocket.
We're doing one party a
We're
week.
doing one party a week. And that's clear in their pocket. Because $112, that's no more to pay. And then they're going to put $1,100 in their pocket. And if they didn't want dollars, if they only wanted to bank the $60, or what about $660 instead? That's going to buy some presents, or pay off some pretty good bills, or whatever, you know. So that's pretty cool, I reckon. Now, our Hope Diamonds bonus. So this runs continuously.
This year.
Yes.
Stephen,
This will apply to you too. When you introduce somebody into our team, so for you, this is your Janelle. When she achieves Fun Start 1, I will buy you a 20cm fry pan.
What?
I know. That's pretty good. Do you like free stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we actually already achieved this in our team, and that's wonderful, Wilma. I know, because Wilma's the first person to receive the Hope Diamonds bonus because her recruit May has achieved Fun Start 1. So well done, Wilma, because you posed. May has done 4 parties. So to do Fun Start 1, you need to do 4 parties in your first month and do your training and do the quiz.
Oh, Stephen's got that stamp on.
I've been hearing all of this stuff. So, yeah. So, Wilma, I will order your fry pan, and as soon as it comes, I will stick a ribbon on it and give it to you. So, we have some recognition for our
Also get your lock set as well when Janelle does her Fun Start 1.
So, congratulations. In your first month, Mr. Stephen Cole, $2.70 in your first month. So we recognise everybody over $1,000 PV. There's also to Lana, $1,151.34, and to May, $1,447.27. Achieved Fun Start 1.
Go, May!
And then we skip all the way to 4,000 PV. Congratulations, $4,374.55. Pam has achieved all 3 Fun Start levels, so this brought her to Fun Start 3. And Pam also the Chef's Toolbox Pearl Bracelet in Shine. Congratulations, Pam! Yay for you,
Pam!
Woo. And then we jumped to 10,000. Wilma Hickey, $10,617.69. This was your personal second month in a row.
Yes, it was. Yep.
Well, would you like to say anything about your personal best month, second month?
It was a really long month. It felt like forever. But at the end of the day, it was only a best was I had that in my head from the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
That was my plan. I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and I told the two most important people in the world what my plan was. One was my family, and one was my upline.
And we tracked it, and we tracked it, and we tracked it.
All. So you can't have a goal sort of get halfway through the month and say, this is what I'm going to do.
No, you need to share your goal.
You need to share it at the beginning so that people can cheer you on. And when you're feeling like you're not doing so well, and go, well, look what you've done.
Yeah.
And can cheer you on.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, and that's what happened. So
you did so
yeah,
well done.
I didn't actually think I was going to do that, so I surprised myself. So
Right.
you actually planned for it.
You did well. $21,139.39. And our team for the second month in a row had our best ever month, second month in a row. $932.01. Very important, 1 cent.
Those cents are important.
Yes, so well contributed. It was very, very important month. As a team, we held 47 parties and 4 books. Our party average was awesome, $908.29. Our average guest spend went up this month. It was $147.69 and 6.15 guests at every party. So that was pretty good this month because we had more guests spending more at our parties. So we always concentrate on more bookings to match the parties that we held.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But what this means, when you look at the stats, on average, all of our hosts are achieving their host extra rewards because our party average is up, and our guests, and we're getting 6+ guests at every party. So we need to aim for about 8, especially for the Christmas bash. But that's really, really good.
So this is a really important number, the guest spend per, where you can work smarter
Yes.
and not harder. You do the same amount of work where you've got 2 people at a party, you've got 10 or 12 people at a party.
Yes.
If you've got 2 people at a party, you're going to have a $300 party.
Yes.
If you have 10 people at a party, you go to a $100 party
That's correct.
for the same amount of work. And we're going to be talking about host coaching, and that's where this comes in about, is because some people spend nothing.
Yeah.
Some $100, it averages out, every bum on the seat is worth $150 to you.
Yeah.
So every time you talk to a host and they say, I've got another person coming, you go, great, that's an extra 100 sold.
Average guest spend is very important because when you look at those stats, it means that we're selling bundles and pressure cooker kits and kitchen starter packs. You want to be selling those things and not potato mashers and egg rings. So when you're doing your product demo and you've got the things on your table, in the same amount of time demonstrating a pressure cooker kit, you do not want to be spending that amount of time demonstrating a potato masher because your time equals. So if I'm spending 10 minutes talking about a pressure cooker kit that's worth $300, I do not want to be spending about a potato masher that costs $20 because that's going to lower my average guest spend. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So just in closing, we need to welcome our new people this month because we, as Hope Diamond, we actually recruited 4 team members this month, which is very, very exciting. So congratulations and welcome to Stephen, who was introduced by Wilma, Danielle, introduced by Wilma.
Hi, Danielle, you there tonight?
Yes, Janelle, who was introduced by Stephen, And welcome to Kristen, all the way down in Berrima, by myself. So welcome to all of our fabulous new people. I hope that you're all listening. I know Steve is, because we don't have choices.
Yeah.
So that brings us to our team meeting. I hope that you've all got something out of tonight. Those of you who are not here, I hope that you've all been scribbling in your work and printed them off and kept them. Please write in your action plans, and like Wilma said, you know, go over and do them again and you'll get a different result. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for listening. Thanks for participating. Any questions, please see your upline, and we'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. Please come to sales meeting if you can on Monday. If you possibly can't be there, make sure that you get onto important dates on your toolbox and register for the webinar. It's really, really important. There are very few times where we beg you to come to sales meeting. This will be one of them. We really, really need you to be there. Okay, guys, thank you so much. We'll see all of you who are on Hangout, and we look forward to catching up with you all very soon. Ciao for now.